Rookie lobbies. They've tested my patience, my skill, and possibly my sanity. But today, I make my escape. Or at least, that was the plan. This week's battlefield? Tsukuba Circuit. Now, I wasn't as worried about this one as I had been about previous tracks. I've done thousands of laps around here in Forza and Gran Turismo over the years. Sure, that doesn't exactly make me fast, but at least I won't be completely lost like I have been in past races. Corners? I know them, but executing them in iRacing? That's a different story. So, despite knowing the layout, I quickly realised that iRacing Tsukuba is a whole different beast. There are a few corners that I just couldn't stop myself from overcooking every single time. Instinctively, I'd push way too hard and bam, straight into a wall. I swear muscle memory from other games was working against me here. But after a few sessions of forcing myself to unlearn bad habits, things started to click, and in group practice I was actually pretty fast, like top 3 in almost every session. Confidence? Rising. Ego? Inflated. Let's get into the race.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me.
Starting in 6th place, which isn't terrible, but in a rookie race, it doesn't matter. You can qualify on pole and you're still at the mercy of whatever chaos is brewing behind you. The plan? Stay clean, stay smart, survive. That's all I need to do, and shockingly, the start was actually clean, which is not what I expected. No T1 dive bombs, no first lap pile-ups. It was, weirdly, professional. Maybe I joined the wrong race. This was suspicious. I was fully prepared to get absolutely obliterated into turn 1. But nope, made it through without so much as a love tap. Everyone's driving like they actually want to finish the race. Have I entered a parallel universe? The first few laps were surprisingly smooth. No dive bombs, no major pile-ups, just a few spins here and there, but nothing crazy. I stayed in 6th place, waiting for an opportunity, but overtaking on this track is a nightmare unless someone in front of you screws up. And well, eventually someone did. Lap 6. That's when I met my new best friend, aka the guy who made it his life's mission to ruin my day.
'Cause all that I want is for you to be happy. Give me a chance to show that you can be.
There was an incident in front of him. For some reason, he slowed right down, came off the racing line, and, well, I took advantage. We were side by side for a couple of corners. I wasn't left much room, but I got through fairly cleanly, or so I thought. The second I got past him, it became personal. You could feel the anger through his driving. He was squeezing me into the grass, giving me barely any room, and just generally being a menace. And then the dive bomb attempt started, except instead of clean moves, he just rammed me. Multiple times. It was like he had a checklist. Attempt to pass, miss the braking zone, use my car as a barrier, repeat for the foreseeable future. Now, if this was just a bit of aggressive wheel-to-wheel racing, fine. We've all had those moments, and generally, they're a lot of fun. But this guy, he wasn't done. The small taps turned into full-on slams, and at that point, I knew exactly how this was going to end. I just didn't know when. Turns out, he was saving his masterpiece for the last possible moment. Last corner of the race. And he absolutely sends me. Full throttled into my near side, spins me out, and boom, race over. My chance to escape rookies, gone. Completely ruined by one guy's bruised ego. Beautiful. Instead of crossing the line in 4th and escaping rookies, I got dumped all the way back to 7th. Genuinely impressive levels of pettiness. Now, usually, I'd just rage internally and move on. But this time, nah. First ever iRacing protest incoming. Look, I wasn't just filing this protest for me. No, this was a public service. If I let this guy get away with it, he'll be out here treating rookie lobbies like his own personal demolition derby. Ruining races like it's his full-time job. Someone had to take a stand. And by take a stand, I mean angrily type 200 words into iRacing's complaint box, knowing full well the response is just going to be, not our problem, pal. Not going to lie, writing this protest was therapeutic. Will he get penalised? Almost certainly not, but at least I tried. For me, iRacing protests aren't really about justice. They're about making yourself feel slightly less rage-filled before loading into the next race. Now, I could have called it a day, but I refused to let this guy be the reason I stayed in rookies. So, straight into another race. New mindset, fresh start. Let's just pretend the last race didn't happen. And honestly, I was way more chilled this time. Once you've already lost it all, there's not much left to stress about. Maybe that's why I managed to qualify in P2 this time. I got a great launch off the line, and by the exit of turn 1, I was in the lead. P1 baby, this is it. My redemption arc is happening. And then, a gift from the sim racing gods. The guy behind me completely overcooks the last corner, giving me a healthy gap. For once, it wasn't me making the first mistake. Things were actually going my way. From there, I just had to hold the lead. Lap after lap, everything was going smoothly. The gap behind stayed solid. I shouldn't have been under any pressure at all. All I had to do was not mess it up. Yeah, you already know where this is going. And I completely ruined my own race. You remember that issue I had in practice? Yeah, it came back. I pushed way too hard, lost control, and absolutely threw away the win. That one's on me. No excuses, just pain. It wasn't a dive bomb, it wasn't a revenge punt, it wasn't even bad luck. Just me, my overconfidence, and the racing gods laughing at my suffering. And of course, because this is iRacing, my tiny little mistake didn't just cost me the lead, it completely destroyed my car. I don't know what kind of paper they think MX-5s are made from, but I'm guessing it's the same ultra-fragile disintegrating material that they use for McDonald's straws. One tiny spin and iRacing acts like I just sent it through a wood chipper. After a not so quick repair in the pits, I finished 10th. But, despite my best efforts to sabotage myself in race 2, I finally did it. I'm out of rookies. No more T1 chaos.
Absolutely not!
No more unpredictable dive bombers.
You must be out your damn mind!
No more getting taken out just because someone didn't like my overtake. Okay, maybe that one's inevitable. So now that I'm finally free from rookie purgatory, what's next? Well, let's just say the real challenge starts now. Faster cars, tougher competition, and way less room for excuses. Stick around because this journey, it's only just getting started. If you enjoyed watching me suffer, hit that like button. And if you want to see what's next in my sim racing journey, subscribe. Trust me, the chaos isn't over yet.